Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. So big breaking news now coming out of the media, guys, just to currently update you with it. Just reported now in the media, as I'm going to update you now, reportedly Gareth Southgate, the currently the England manager, reportedly is potentially linked with a move to Manchester United to come in on a full-time basis at the end of the season. As I know, because obviously concerns now are around that Gareth Southgate, potentially, has no intentions of leaving Tottenham, as we all know. And obviously now, obviously we have concerns, obviously we know Pochettino's number one target has potentially, been Ed Woodward. Ed Woodward's number one target, potentially, has been Pochettino at the end of the season. So potentially it's been the club's number one. It's been Ed Woodward's number one choice, as we all currently know. But obviously now it feels as though, according to recent reports regarding Mauricio Pochettino, that suggesting out that potentially Danny Levy's come out in the media in the media today, and he suggested out potentially that he's reluctant to let Mauricio Pochettino leave Tottenham, even if Man United in the access offer around £50 million to Pochettino potentially. Potentially Danny Lever stood firm. He's been ruthless. This is Danny Lever, as he has confirmed. And potentially Danny Lever has confirmed that he will not be leaving Tottenham, because I think potentially Mikel Pochettino's happy at Tottenham. He's fully committed to Tottenham. He's still waiting for a new stadium, as we all currently know, and he's doing very, very well with Tottenham, as we all know. And as did say, he said from his own perspective, did Pochettino, he has got strong reservations about leaving Tottenham Hotspur. We know he's been heavily linked with a move to Old Trafford, permanently at the end of the season, because it has been, potentially, Ed Woodward's number one choice, as we all currently know. But I think he's happy at Tottenham, as I currently said. It would cost us in the excess of around £35 million to recommend him in anywhere, and we could potentially, get a signing with that money. As we all know, Pochettino has got like he signed a 5-year deal last summer with Tottenham Hotspur, as we all currently know in the process. But we know he's been linked with a move to Old Trafford, as we all know. And as I said, he's still looking to win his first major trophy as manager, is Mauricio Pochettino, because he has not done this yet. I think he's managed 250 odd games, now for Tottenham as Mauricio Pochettino, as we all know. But we know he's been heavily linked with the move to Old Trafford, because it come out a couple of weeks ago that reportedly was in discussion with Man United. Ed Woodward was reportedly, in transfer talks with Pochettino, who we would like, to recommend to come in the summer, if he potentially comes in. But the recent reports are suggesting that Pochettino's got strong reservations about leaving Tottenham, and Danny Levy is standing firm over this, and he's reluctant, to let Mauricio Pochettino leave, as we all currently know. But he has been managing, Tottenham for 5 years now. He's straight with a lack of transfer activity, because he's only spent £50 million, since 2014 as Mauricio Pochettino. But he's been discussing like he wants to manage Tottenham for 20 years, and Tottenham have to operate differently to win titles. So he'll be coming out in the press, saying that last week as well was Mauricio Pochettino. But as I said, he's doing very, very well with Tottenham at the moment. He's good at growing and developing young players, as we all know. But as I potentially said, guys, he's our number one target. But reportedly, we've got a few managers' names in the hat, as we all know. I know a lot of Manchester United fans, would like to see, Solskjaer get the job on a full-time basis. And obviously, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said, he'd love the job on a full-time basis at Old Trafford, as we all currently know, because we're doing very, very good so far. He's got 5 wins out of 5. As I did say, he doesn't rest on his laurels. He's put confidence in the team. He's got the team motivated. As we already did say, he's going to be rotating. He's going to giving everybody the chance. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I currently said. But, as I potentially said, guys, there's a few managers' names, that have been thrown into that. And the recent one has reportedly been England manager Gareth Southgate. Now, reportedly, he is linked with the Manchester United job, because it's looking like, recent reports regarding Pochettino, who's obviously the number one target to come in at the end of the season on a full-time basis. He's potentially now we have concerns that we will potentially, fail to get Pochettino, because I think he's happy at Tottenham, and Danny Levy is reluctant to let him leave, as we all know. But potentially Gareth Southgate has been mentioned in the press earlier on. Reportedly, he's linked with the Manchester United job. Reportedly, we've added him onto our shortlist. Of managers. Gareth Southgate is currently manages the England team, as we all know. There's Gareth Southgate. Obviously, last year, back in October, he signed a new contract Gareth Southgate, as we all currently know. But reportedly has been linked to a Manchester United job now. Potentially got England. He was very, very impressive back in the World Cup last summer. He got England to the semi-finals, as we all currently know, because England haven't won the World Cup, since 1996. But Gareth Southgate, who currently manages the England national team, and his work with young players is very, very good. His style of plays are very, very good as well. He's Gareth Southgate as well. Well, actually throughout his career, he actually made over 500 appearances, when he was young in his prime, when he was younger, and he played throughout his playing career, with Crystal Palace, who won the first, he captained and he won the First Division Championship with Crystal Palace. That's how he actually began his playing career, did Gareth Southgate. I'm just giving you some information about him. Potentially, he played for Villa and Middlesbrough as well. He won the League Cup with both Villa and Middlesbrough as a player as well. He also played in the 2000 FA Cup final with Aston Villa. He played in the 2006 UEFA Cup final with Middlesbrough as well. Did Gareth Southgate, and he actually, he played. I think he made 57 appearances, as a player, for the England national team as well. Did Gareth Southgate from 1995 to 2004. As we all currently know, he made about 57 appearances, as we all know, and he is now age 48 year old. Is Gareth Southgate. So if he has got any interest in coming to manage Manchester United at the end of the season, I do not know. Probably a lot of Manchester United fans wouldn't want to see this anyway, because a lot of United fans, as myself, would like to see Solskjaer get the job on a full-time basis, because recent reports coming out about Pochettino that it could be unlikely now Pochettino will come in at the end of the season, because I think he's happy at Tottenham, as we all currently know. And I just don't think Pochettino's got any intentions of coming to a manager. Work there, guys. Have come into a manager Manchester United, even though he has been Ed Woodward's number one target, as we all know. But yeah, Gareth Southgate's been mentioned. As I did say, made 57 appearances, for England national team as a player as well. He's only managed at club level Middlesbrough. He managed Middlesbrough for 3 years, I think, from 2006 to 2009. Did Gareth Southgate, as we all know. I actually think he ended his playing career at the age of 35. Did Gareth Southgate, and now he's age 48. But he managed Middlesbrough from 2006 to 2009. Also managed England under 21s from 2013 to 2016 as well. Did Gareth Southgate, as I said, and now he manages the England senior team, as we all currently know, Gareth Southgate. But potentially he's reportedly linked with the Manchester United job, reportedly, as I currently said, is Gareth Southgate. But there has been rumours going on about it, earlier on in the press, as I currently said. So he's been a potential another manager now added onto our shortlist. There's been a few names that have been mentioned over the last couple of weeks. We know Pochettino still remains number one. We know there's still been talks of Zinedine Zidane, as we all currently know, because reportedly it come out about 2 or 3 weeks ago, as I did update you guys, that reportedly Man United had approached Zinedine Zidane. I think reportedly Zinedine Zidane is destined to come and manage in the Premier League. He's currently managerless at the moment. He stepped down as Real Madrid manager back in May, and as I did say, Real Madrid have had problems since he stepped down and since Ronaldo's left as well, as I currently said. But as I said, guys, potentially Zinedine Zidane has got a great managerial CV. He's never played or managed in the Premier League, as we all know, as Zinedine Zidane, but he's good at dealing with top players. He has got that winning mentality, as Zinedine Zidane, as I said. He does understand the philosophy. He was a great manager for Real Madrid. He was a good player, when he played for Juventus and Real Madrid, when he was a player as well, Zinedine Zidane, as we all know. But I think he's destined to come and manage in the Premier League, as we all know. But Manchester United have been linked with him, to come in at the end of the season, as we all know. So overall, he has got a great background. He has got a great managerial CV, and he has dealt with top players, as we all know, Zinedine Zidane. But potentially, he has been linked with the Manchester United job as well. And there's been quite a few I'll mention, but the latest name to be mentioned is Gareth Southgate, as we all currently know, in the process. So yeah, that's according to Sky Sports. It's in the Daily Mail. It's in the Sun. It's in quite a few media outlets that have just reported on it now, as I said. But I know a lot of Manchester United fans would like to see Solskjaer, get the job on a full-time basis, as we all know, because Solskjaer has brought the fear factor back to the club. And as I did say, the difference under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is, when one of his players have got the ball, they sees the 15-20 yard run ahead of him, he's got the team motivated. We're getting full backs high up the pitch, as we all know. And Rashford Rashford's playing more centrally, as I currently said, and I potentially said, guys, he likes the attacking philosophy, he likes the width, does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I currently said, and we're playing so much better, 5 wins out of 5 so far, 16 goals scored, as I currently said, and then the difference is as well, potentially he's going with a system that suits the players, he's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he's going with a system that suits the players, as I said, he's going with a system that suits the players, and he's also, Pogba's getting the freedom to express himself more, as I said, and I think he's better in a number 10 position. I think the front four are getting the freedom, to interchange, more as well. So that's been potentially the difference. So there has been vast improvements under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. As I did say, Solskjaer said he's unlikely we'll make any signings in this window. He says he doesn't expect us to make any signings in this window, as Solskjaer has currently confirmed, as we all know. And he did admit, he loved the job on a full-time basis with Solskjaer because he knows the culture of the club, he knows the shoppings of the club, and he knows the club inside out, does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because he's a great, great player from 96 to 2007 under Alex Ferguson. So he had a great 11 years with us, did Solskjaer, scored loads of goals, won honours including 6 Premier League titles. As I said, he scored 99. Finally, he knows about this club and he knows some of these players from the reserve team because he watched them grow and develop. As we all know, does Solskjaer, but he's got that winning mentality. I think he hasn't had that much managerial experience before he come in, to United, but he didn't do so good with Cardiff. He won 2 Norwegian titles and that with them all, but as I did say, I've got a lot of trustworthy in him so far. He's brought positivity back to the club, as we all know. And, the fans are happy, the players are happy, the players are playing for him, as we all know, because he made it clear he wanted the players to go out there, and express themselves, as Solskjaer has done so far. And potentially, as we all know, our target this season is to potentially, get in the top 4. As we all know, that is our target this season. I know we're 9 points behind at the moment, as we all currently know, but I think top 4 still potentially on, as we all know. And if we, I think with any chance of silverware this season, potentially is the FA Cup. That's our chance of any silverware this season, is the FA Cup. I don't think we'll win the Champions League because I still think, there's been vast improvements since Solskjaer's come in, as we all know, but I still think, there's still improvements needed in the team. I still think we need a central defender, we need a defensive midfielder, and we need that right-hand side adjusting because, as I did say, guys, all our attack is coming from the left-hand side, so... All our attack is coming from the left-hand side so far, but he's brought the fear factor back as Solskjaer, as I currently said, and he knows about the club, there's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he did admit it would be hard for him to leave Manchester United because he loves Manchester United because he knows everything about the club, as we all know, because he was a great, great player, was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I currently said, but as I currently said, it's suggested out that Gareth Southgate is reportedly linked with the job. He's the latest name to be mentioned as well, but he's good at developing young players, as he's proven with England. His style of play is very, very good as well, and he's highly experienced, is Gareth Southgate as well, but as I did say, guys, a lot of Manchester United fans wouldn't want to see him coming anywhere. Potentially, a lot of United fans would obviously want to, see Solskjaer, keep the job, as I currently said. But as I did say, we've still got to think about contract renewals, as I currently said, because we've got a lot of players, coming to the end of the contracts as well. As I did confirm to you, I do think, there will be players leaving, as I've already confirmed to you guys as well. I'd like to see how Fellaini fits in his new regime at Man United. I think Darmian, will be leaving, the club as well, because he's coming to an end of his contract, and there's been a few Italian teams interested in him as well. But the test is going to be today against Tottenham at 4:30 kickoff. This is going to be the big tester for us and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I currently said, because going into this game, Tottenham have got a very, very good team. Tottenham are 10 points, in front of us. They're sitting in third and they could go second with win tomorrow. They haven't done the league double over us, for nearly, 3 decades now, so they haven't done the league double over us for 29 years. I know they did beat us early on in the season at Old Trafford, by 3-0. Did Tottenham, as I said. But this will be a test for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's confirmed potentially, we cannot be naive, and he's confirmed we can't let Harry Kane, create opportunities or chances because he's one of the best strikers in the Premier League, as I currently said. But we are going out all attackively against Tottenham, as I said. It used to be good under Alex Ferguson if we were playing Tottenham. We only lost 3 of our 21 Premier League away visits to White Hart Lane, under Alex Ferguson. So we had a good record, as I said, under Alex Ferguson against Tottenham. Tottenham obviously still awaiting their new stadium, as we all currently know. But they've scored 46 goals this season. They are sitting in third. Obviously, Pochettino's still looking to win his first major, trophy as a manager, as we all know, because he hasn't won out in terms of silverware, as Mauricio Pochettino, of course, as I said. But he has got a good record with Tottenham. He's been everything to the move to Old Trafford, as I said. But that's looking likely now. That could be in jeopardy. Because of what Danny Lever's come out with saying in the press as well. Danny Lever confirmed he's reluctant, to let Pochettino leave. So potentially Danny Lever will not let Mauricio Pochettino leave Tottenham. We know he's been our number one target to come in at the end of the season on a full-time basis. But now Gareth Southgate has reportedly been mentioned in the press as well. He signed a new contract last year, as I said, and he got England to the semi-finals in last year's World Cup as well. So that was a good achievement from Gareth Southgate. But as I did say, a lot of Man United fans would like to see Solskjaer keep the job on a full-time basis. But as I did say going into the game tomorrow, obviously Solskjaer, started a lot of fringe plays, last week against Reading, as we all know. It wasn't the best performance, but as I did say, it was a lackluster performance, from our second 11, as we all know. He went with a team that's never played together as an 11 before, as we all know. So that's why probably the performance wasn't up to scratch, as we all know. But he's confirmed for this Tottenham game there will be numerous changes, made into the squad. Paul Pogba's back, because he's been injured. Obviously, Eric Bailly is still suspended for us, as we all currently know. Chris Smalling's injured. Rojo, I think, is still injured. So it will be Phil Jones and Lindelof as a centre-back. Phil Jones, Lindelof as a centre-back partnership. I think Phil Jones and Smalling, to be honest, will be gone next season, in my opinion. Potentially, it's likely Ashley Young will be playing at right back. He'll be in contention to play at right back. Ashley Young, because potentially he's been our first choice right back this season, as Ashley Young, as we all know. So he'll be playing at right back. It's likely he's going to revert to the the midfield three trio, the trio of Herrera, Matic, and Pogba, because they've looked very, very effective under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So he's going to go with that midfield three, I think. And I think up front, he's going to go with the attacking trio of Martial, Rashford, and Lingard, definitely, because Sanchez is a doubt because he suffered another injury, came off against Reading. He was out for a long time with a hamstring injury as well, Alexis Sanchez, but he's still out of his game. He needs to adapt because he hasn't really made an impact yet. Romelu Lukaku, as I said, he'll probably be on the bench as well, even though he scored 3 goals in his last 3 games, so he has picked himself up a little bit as Romelu Lukaku, to be quite fair, but he has been struggling this season. He's been struggling, to be consistent this season, as Romelu Lukaku, as we all know. But as I said, it will be likely he will be on the bench, today for the Tottenham game, as I currently said. So yeah, that's probably the team will go. We'll probably put Luke Shaw at left back because obviously he's our first choice left back, as we all currently know, and obviously, as I did say, Tottenham have got, I think, Eric injured. They've got a few injury problems. I think they've got a few players that are coming back from injury. They've got Dyer, I think, still out. Lucas Moura, he'll still out as well, as I currently said. But, it's going to be a very, very good game of football. I think we'll be definitely up for the clash because we do look a different team, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The style of play is very, very good. There's movements improving. The passing's looking very, very good, getting fullbacks high up the pitch. Defenders galloping, high up the pitch, to get involved as well. And, we look a so much better team, as I currently said. And Paul Pogba, has been expressed himself, providing and scoring goals under Solskjaer. Rashford's playing very, very well as well. I think essentially the majority of the team, are playing very, very well under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They are playing to the potential level, as we all know. As I did say, Rashford's, I think he's more effective in the middle. He's good in the number 9 position. I think Martial's better on the width. As I say, he creates that width. He's good at supporting Rashford, so I think he stands out on the width, to be quite honest with you, as I said. And I think Pogba's better in the number 10 position because I think he looks more effective and he has been getting that freedom, to express himself as Paul Pogba. I think he expresses himself well just behind the striker, as we all know, does Paul Pogba, as we all currently know. But as I did say, we're in contract talks, with a trio of Mata, Herrera, and Ashley Young, as well. So we are in contract talks with them as well. So we have potentially, got a lot of players, coming to the end of the deals, as we all currently know, guys. So potentially we know we are linked to some targets. Ed Wood's got a few potential targets, he wants to bring into the club that I've already, negotiated with you, as we all currently know. But potentially, yeah, that's the latest news to update you on that. Reportedly, Gareth Southgate is reportedly linked with the Manchester United job. Reportedly, Gareth Southgate's linked with the Manchester United job. And as I did say, he signed a new contract last year with England. He signed a new contract last year back in October. He obviously got England to the semi-finals of the World Cup last summer as well. He's currently managing the England national team now, but reportedly, he has been linked he's been added to our shortlist. He's been added to our shortlist, our managerial shortlist, as Gareth Southgate, and reportedly he's linked with the Manchester United job, as I said. But a lot of United fans would like to see, Solskjaer, keep the job on a full-time basis, as I said. But we know the club is still recruiting to get a full-time manager in, and we are recruiting to get a director of football, into the club as well. But there's areas we need to address. We need someone on the right. We need a defensive midfielder, centre defensive mid that's fast and tenacious. As I said, Matic is doing well. Under Solskjaer, as I currently said, he's effective in his passing, but he's slow, and I have reservations about him. So we need a centre defensive midfielder that's fast and tenacious. We need a strong central defender. So these still areas in our squad, that we potentially, do need to improve, as we all know. So anyway, drop your comments, likes below on the channel. We will be back, in the morning, with some more live videos to update you. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel, as I said. If you do, consider subscribing, as always, and take care.